Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today, this evening, wherever you are in the world? I wanted to look at Meghan and Harry. Some months ago I did do a reading on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Well, she's not Meghan Markle anymore, is she? She's the Duchess of Sussex. It's titled The Shredding of Meghan. And so if you're interested in what I picked up back then, go back please and watch it before you watch this one. I did pick up that they were disenchanted. In readings that I've done since then, it appears that they felt powerless, particularly with the palace, the way the palace had their whole communications set up. They felt vulnerable, and of course Meghan was continually being attacked. I've looked, before that first reading, I actually did look at some of the comments around social media. And I have to say, I was absolutely shocked and appalled at the vitriol with which they were attacking Meghan. Subsequently, Harry, every time there was a public engagement, Harry looked uncomfortable, looked like he didn't want to be there. So the writing's been on the wall for quite some time. And what I think the pertinent question here is, well, first of all, good on them, all power to them, and the best of luck in the future. I think what is telling here is the way in which this was done, which actually seems to indicate that they felt if they had have done it any other way, it may not have been successful. I think it's also telling that Meghan is currently in Canada while Harry meets with his relatives, the Queen, the Duke of the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge, to discuss how this will work out going forward. I think it's telling that she's not there in person and that little Archie is out of the country. So is there something more sinister going on here? We know that Princess Diana spoke at length about potential plots coming from within Buckingham Palace, and she in a way was a victim both of that paparazzi and that the way that the press hounded her, and I do feel there's good reason for Prince Harry wanting to do this. So Prince Harry and Meghan, why did they do it? Let's just take a look at why did they do it. I'm using my Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, if you're wondering. It's a particularly beautiful tarot set, and I'm going to be going with that now. Okay, so why did Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex, why did they do this? Why did they send this communique? The website, I've been through the website. It's sophisticated public relations. It's trying to head off crisis before it happened, trying to address criticism before criticism is being given. It's a show of strength, basically. It's a show of strength. Now, why did Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, why did Prince Harry and Meghan do this? Why did they do it? Why? Control. I'm getting the image of the Emperor. So it was to take back control, to keep control of their lives, to restore control. So I have the Knight of Cups, and at the root of all of this is the love that Prince Harry has for his wife and his child. The Knight of Cups is a valiant energy. It's an energy that comes forward when he is truly sorry. Prince Harry is truly sorry for what has occurred, and he is taking upon himself some of the blame for that. Now, the challenge here, I feel, this is the Six of Swords, which is moving on across waters, moving away from a troubled environment to calmer waters. This is the challenge to the Knight of Cups. So I feel he also felt to save his family, to preserve his family, to protect his family. he had to make this move. I feel he wasn't, he felt in his own mind that this was absolutely the thing that would preserve, protect, and restore his family safety, even. Okay, now we have the Five of Swords at the base of the reading, and these cards are looking very much like Prince Harry, don't you think? This is the Five of Swords is the abuse of power. So it is the foundation of the reading. So it is quite significant that this Five of Swords came forward as indicative of what they felt may have been going on. Is it them that is abusing their power? I know that that's what you're wondering, and we will look at that as well. But the base or the foundation of the reading is some kind of abuse of power. Now, is this the press abusing its power? I feel that this is probably one of the, I read in layers, but this is one of the most important I guess, intuitions behind this card. It was the press, the media, mostly Murdoch media, I might add, in London as well, abusing their power, this abuse of power. So restoring control, protecting his family. These were uppermost in his mind. In the past, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is new investment streams. They've thought long and hard about their decision, and at the base of their decision was being kept in the pocket of the British taxpayers. I think it was around 5% from the public purse, and the rest from the Prince of Wales, his properties and his the income that they generate. However, they are looking to be financially independent. They are looking to generate new income sources, not just for themselves, according to their website, but through their charitable foundation as well, their foundations. So, and again, this equates, financial independence equates to them with freedom. So the Five of Pentacles is the potential future. In the shorter term, and this is only a potential future, they could see themselves left out, locked out. It could also be the British public. Their reactions to this has been less than favourable. Again, we have this, vitriol coming forward toward Meghan. And there's an element of being locked out of the establishment. There's also this victim mentality as well. Because they've had this show of strength, it is others who are feeling that they are locked out of their lives. It's the British public or the people in the UK that feel that they may be locked out in the future. It's the press that feel that they will be locked out in the future. However, these cards speak of a decision which was, in a way, inevitable and a long time coming. In the immediate future, there is celebration. I feel that they're going to get what they want. I feel that largely there may be some manoeuvrings, but I feel that they've got enough leverage to get what they want, which means that they won't perhaps step back in the manner that they've said completely. There will be some sort of deal nutted out, but we'll get to that in a future question. The Knight of Pentacles is the current situation. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but you can see in this card, this knight has stepped off his horse and he's moving rather slowly. So they've been very careful. I feel the palace will be very careful in the way that they approach this. When they do eventually come out with an announcement, it could be a staged thing, a trial of this. They're not going to do anything hard and fast, and I feel that that's what they'll be urging the couple to do. However, the environment around is judgment, so there is something coming to an inevitable ending. There is also significant judgment coming upon Meghan, particularly Meghan. It's funny, isn't it, how they tend to leave Prince Harry alone, cast him as some sort of victim of this American woman who, is biracial, and, whatever else, whatever other adjectives they might come up with, haughty, standoffish, they're the polite ones. The really nasty ones have, gone from anything from a gold digger through to, questioning, this fervour around questioning whether or not she faked her own pregnancy. Really? Really? If you were put yourselves in their position, what would you be doing? You'd be protecting yourself. Okay, the hopes and the fears. There is a hope of strength and endurance for this couple. This is why they've done what they've done, but we'll drill down on that. But it is the hope that they are strong enough to go against what the establishment had in store for them. We've got the Lovers as the final outcome. This is bringing them closer together. This is really, they've made these decisions as a team. It's a good outcome for them. Why have they done it? To preserve their love, to protect their family, to restore control. We have the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like, according to this deck, this reading, let me just turn off my phone. I don't want it ringing in between this reading and cutting us off. It appears that the Wheel of Fortune is turning in their favour. And we've got the moon, though, clarified by the moon. So there are things here that are hidden from our view that we may not, and this is really where I want to get to. I want to get to this moon card, because the next question that I ask is why they why they chose to make this announcement without bringing the palace in. There's something here that remains hidden, and the fact that, as I said, that she's in Canada, that he's seeing his relatives on his own. There appears like this almost was done because there was no other way of doing it. But it certainly will bring them closer together. On the at the base of the pack, we have the Queen of Cups. As you know, this is an emotional decision, a very emotional decision for both of them. But there's also some revelation, some information that is being held back from us. The Seven of Pentacles, it was time for a review. They couldn't keep going on the way that they were. And we've got isolation and introspection and reflection and investigation as well. And after a period of the lowest of the lows. So they didn't take this decision lightly. It was an emotional decision for them. It will bring them closer together rather than drive them further apart. They did it to restore control. And it appears that there are some certain things hidden about what may have transpired that led to this decision, and particularly the way that they've done it, which is hidden from our view. So let's have a look, and we may never know. I mean, Diana did those interviews later on, and we know the story of Princess Diana and what she saw as the palace, a threat from the palace toward her. I'm not saying that the palace threatened Meghan or Harry, Prince Harry. What I'm saying is that there are things that are hidden here from our view. It is around control. And of course, queens, the palace, kings, princes have control. So it is about taking away control from the palace and restoring or putting control in their own, within themselves, within the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So let's have a look at, it seems it was a good decision for their marriage and for their future and for the family. Let's have a look at why they didn't talk to the palace. Why didn't Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, talk with the palace before they made this decision? Why didn't they bring the palace in? their father, their brother, the Queen. Why didn't they alert the palace? So I'm feeling they're skirting around structures. It may not have been that they wanted to ghost ghost their father or ghost their brother or ghost the Queen. It's the palace hierarchy, it's the palace structure and system that they were trying to really work around. Okay, because I feel that if they had have forewarned the palace, they wouldn't have been allowed to do what they're doing. So they were forced to the wall. They had their backs to the wall. For them, this was the only way to do it. Okay, so, and we have no idea, again, if you look at big governments, the layers of influence, we have no idea the layers of influence around something as huge as the monarchy in the UK. All right, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at why they didn't inform the Queen, the Duke. Well, let's just say, why didn't they inform the palace, the Queen, his father? Something's come out. The King of Pentacles. Okay, this is money. This is business. This is somebody in control of finances. Okay, so it could have been something around money as well. Why didn't they? Okay, something else has come, actualizing something into reality. So they've made a focus, income earning, and being financially independent. So it could be, there could have been some negotiation, or they feared some kind of negotiation around money. Both of them are independently wealthy. So I'm wondering why that King of Pentacles has come out. Why didn't Meghan and Harry inform the palace before they released their statement? Okay. The Five of Wands fights, obstacles and challenges. They did it to really prevent obstacles being put in their way. Okay, so that was my intuition. That there is more to the fact that she is in Canada. There is more to the fact that they released this without telling anybody than what we know. There are things hidden from our view. Again, the challenge is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so it could have been that Prince Harry, was actually I won't say fighting. That's a very superficial word. There could have been differences of opinion between Prince Harry and his family. I'm just going to lay it out there over his love for Meghan. So again, family relationships, whether they're the monarchy or otherwise, are terribly complex. There is a monetary situation at the heart, at the root of all this, with this Nine of Pentacles. This is having enough financial resources to be independent. There is a real freedom associated with this card. So I feel there have been, he may have raised it in the past, and it could have been knocked down in the past, which would make sense. Okay, as I said, there's more to this than we know. The Nine of Swords, it appears there's been a great level of anxiety amongst Prince Harry and Meghan for some time. We know that because of the documentary that they made at the end of last year. The Four of Swords, this is retreat and after battle. That I feel they have raised this. I feel strongly they have raised this in the past and they haven't got anywhere. And so they chose then to take this action because this has been a long-running battle here. It's been going on for some time. This isn't new. We wouldn't know that, but that's the case. And they will move away. They will actually, I think this is another reason why Meghan and Archie are in Canada. I feel that they're looking for safety. And I feel that safety when I say safety, I don't mean that their lives are in peril, but they're looking for peace. They're looking to be amongst friends. It appears, as I said, that this independence has been on the table before, and it's been refused in some way. Harry looks like he has come into some kind of obstacle or challenge from within his own family. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, again another karmic destiny type of card here, showing me that things will start to turn in their favour. Things are going to improve for them. They've rolled the dice. I'm attracted to the dice at the around this person's neck. They've rolled the dice, and the dice is going to come up in their favour. Okay, the Ace of Wands, both felt extremely inspired by this move, asking why they did this. It has been spoken about before. It looks like they've butted heads with the palace. It looks like this financial freedom has been extremely important to them. But they have been engaged in talks before, which look like they haven't progressed in some way. It's caused a great deal of anxiety in their lives. They don't want to live like that. They will retreat. After this, there will be a period of retreat for them. They won't be in the tabloids, for example. They're going to step back, and this could be a quietening down. This could be an intentional PR strategy from the palace as well. In the immediate future, though, their lives are going to improve because of their decision. The Ace of Wands, they were both very much inspired to have this new start. And the Three of Wands, this is talking about expansion, waiting for one's ship to come in. Ace of Wands and Three of Wands, this was a very inspired decision on the part of both of them. They want to do things their own way. They want to be a force within this world, and they want control over their lives. The Nine of Cups, this is hoping for miracles. So what they've pulled off has been quite, or what if they do pull it off, is very, very significant. Here we go with the Moon, the shadow side, and feeling as well. There's this card is very much associated with the emotions and with the phases of the moon, and also with things that are below the surface. So there has been some there's something that we are not privy to around this decision. The Nine of Wands, after battle weary, and then having to establish barriers. Pardon me. And we've got the High Priestess secrets here, things that are remaining hidden. Why? Why didn't they inform the palace? There are things, pardon me, that we don't know about. They've got the World, endings and beginnings, major arcana, Queen of Pentacles. Meghan is a driver of this. I'm not saying that she is driving it all, but she is capable. She is independently wealthy. She knows what she wants, and she's going to not forsake her life for some outdated, outmoded, antiquated system like the monarchy in Britain. Five of Pentacles, there is this, really they are being pilloried, and we have the Three of Pentacles. I think Harry, his father, William, and also the Queen, working together to try and fix this. So let's just have a look. I just want to drill down here on this Moon and the Nine of Pentacles. Might just take another deck and do that, because I feel these three cards are telling me that there is something here that has been hidden from our view. They've been battling. They've talked about this independence before. It's been basically they haven't been allowed to do this, and they've taken this action in the extreme for a reason, for reasons that we can't see. So the Moon card, let's have a look at the Moon card, the High Priestess, both things being hidden from our view. Fatigue, battle weary, having to step back. Show me the Moon, please. Show me the Moon, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so reunions and happiness was marred by this obstacles, challenge, faction fighting. This is anything but smooth sailing at Buckingham Palace, and they've done it for their own happiness, for their family's happiness, and they've ended something as a result of this Five of Wands. This we equate it to partisanship, uh, faction fighting, dissension. Within the family, and they've taken that step back for their own family, but to end something and start new cycles. So what was hidden was the dissension, I feel, amongst the royal ranks. That is what is hidden from our view, and the fact that they've been raising this for some time and it's not been the changes that they wanted were not they weren't allowed to be implemented. So they've taken this rather extreme action because they felt has been no other way for them to do this. Okay. Now, Archie and Meghan in Canada, the safe haven for this royal family. Harry left back in the UK to face the Queen, his dad, his father, and his brother, and the the might of the palace. So I also understand that UK and Canadian officials are working to try and provide a way forward for this couple. So their announcement has achieved what they wanted. It's given them the traction to start again. It's given the restoration of control to them over their own lives, over their families' lives. Okay, so let's look at how it will all work going forward. How will this all work going forward? Show me how this will work going forward for Meghan and Harry. Show me how this will all work going forward. We have a newness, a new generation, a breaking down of the older structures of the monarchy. They're calling it hybrid royals, but it's showing that that you can actually buck the system for your own, to preserve, to restore, to thrive, and not just to survive, were Meghan's words. Let's have a look at how is all this going to work, Spirit? How is all this going to work? And I feel that there will be a stepping back for a little while. We've got the Page of Swords. I feel that the press are going to continue. This is, like they're going to want to tell their story. They're going to try and get their news and their photos in any which way they can. This is can be enlightening, the sword of truth, but this person's also poised on a tightrope as well. And the light bulbs are in the air, meaning that there's going to be some sort of truth coming out in the near future, perhaps small truths that will allow us to understand the bigger picture. Challenged by the support. Okay, so it's almost like, now I'm going back to Diana here. This is in the challenge position. Support of their friends or their family is in the challenge position of the truth coming out. So it could be that, as was the case with Diana, I would hope that the palace won't undermine this couple. The Three of Pentacles, though, in the foundation, we've got working together to create and rebuild something. This is also Meghan and Harry and who they will work together in going forward. Their various charities, their various causes that they will be. If you think of Michelle and Barack Obama and their foundation, this is young people. They're going to put their focus on young people and building things for the younger generation. The Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help, money into their hands, that's in the past. Okay, so it has been very important for them to cut these financial ties. And here we go, in the potential future, we have the Emperor card. This was the card that I saw. It's all about taking control, restoring control, regaining control, establishing who's in control. This is also the monarchy as well. So who will be in control? The Eight of Cups, turning their back, walking away on something which no longer serves them. Okay. Regardless of how these negotiations are going to go, they've already made their decision. They're not going to go back on it. The Four of Wands. Okay, so this is reunions in the here and now, celebrations. I feel this is a reunion for Meghan. Will it be a reunion, though, for Harry, with her family, with her country, with her roots? Although she's North American, she lived in Canada for some time. She has very close friends there. There's certainly celebrations on her part. The environment around is the Empress. It could be Meghan. It may abundance, fertility. She may announce a second pregnancy in the coming few months. The Ace of Cups in the hopes and fears, new starts, new emotional starts for both of them. The Two of Pentacles, they're going to walk a tightrope. It's not going to be easy for them, particularly financially as well. They're going to have a lot of balls in the air. This is someone who, it's not on the tightrope. It's not stable, is it? So it's not going to be easy for them in the near future, but we have justice here, and we've got a rebalancing, which is clarifying the Two of Pentacles. So there is a karmic aspect to this, endings and beginnings. So two major arcanas, which are clarifying the Two of Pentacles, sitting alongside the Emperor control. I feel that they will find it tough in the shorter term, but in the longer term, it's almost like a justice has been achieved. They are closing down one cycle and beginning another. So let's look at the Emperor. Who is this Emperor? Is this Prince Harry and Meghan, or is this Buckingham Palace as the potential, or is it a restoration of control, a regaining of control over their lives? Okay. The Eight of Swords, so clarified by restriction and really wanting to cast off those chains. Eight of Wands. Okay, so this is happening fairly quickly. And the Page of Cups. All right, so there's going to be further announcements coming, in terms of around this issue of control, who's controlling who. And we've got the Five of Cups. We do have a loss here. Let's just keep going. And the Hierophant, a higher source. They're going to lose some of the battle, but they're going to win a lot of it. Okay, so that's what I see. I feel that they will be restricted in some of their plans, but in others they will have the wins. It is going to be walking the tightrope, a little bit in the future, but in the longer term, there is a justice aspect to this. They're going to gain what they want, and what they want is control over their lives. So, really, that's the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I do feel that this coincides with our Pluto-Saturn conjunction, Saturn direct. Uranus direct. I feel that this coincides. We're looking at breaking down of structures, doing things a different way. Here in Australia, we have the focus on climate change. 30-odd thousand people marched the other day, wanting something done about climate change. Hundreds of thousands have signed petitions. Every day our media are carrying stories that something must be done. We were warned in 2008 that by 2020 in Australia we would be facing this unprecedented fire season. People are saying we were warned. And now they want action. So we're having structures. We're having this truth laid out bare under these current astrological patterns. And Meghan and Prince Harry fit into this in some way, that they didn't take this action lightly, that this has been spoken about. They have been trying to do this for some time. It has been blocked. Obstacles and challenges were put in their way. They had no other recourse but to do this in the way that they've done it. So tabloids, which are shredding, continuing to shred Meghan, taking aim at a spoilt prince. I think there have been some of the headlines. There are things that we can't see in this situation. All power to Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan. I wish them all the best in their new life going forward. It's not going to be easy. The cards are saying it's not going to be easy. But they've won something. They've won their freedom in this battle. Or even if they don't get all they want, they will have gained in the longer term justice for themselves and for their family. Thank you.